Hello and welcome, I'm DDF Racer and today I'm going to be driving the USF2000 car in iRacing for the first time. So far, I've done a handful of rookie Mazda races and gotten my D license, so this will be a welcome change of pace and a good chance to really see what the sim is like, now that I'm relatively up to speed with all the handling and the little quirks of iRacing. Now, long-time subscribers of the channel will know I have a super soft spot for the USF2000. It's where my channel really started a few years ago with races against the AI in this car over in rFactor 2. So, I'll be pretty keen to see how it compares here in iRacing. Only one way to find out. Hope you guys enjoy. Alright, so there we go. Looks like we've qualified in second position. Only 4 tenths behind the pole sitter and only 3 tenths ahead of third place. And everybody is pretty close in this, actually. This is quite a close split. It's going to be difficult because iRacing thinks I'm the best driver here and iRacing thinks that I'm going to win this. I'm going to have a bit of a fight on my hands, I think.
Hey Daniel, did you just start iRacing, bro?
Yeah, about 4 weeks ago.
Look at your stats. How are you so quick, man?
Oh, I've done a lot of stuff before this. I've done a lot of rFactor 2 and Race Room, sim racing, probably about 10 years. But yeah, I only just really got around to iRacing, so big learning experience, but it's good so far.
Yeah, good on you, man. It's just good stats you got there. I was just looking at all your other races, bro. You're quick.
Thanks, Jazz.
Definitely like 4,000 iRating, I reckon.
Cheers, Jazz. You do realise, now you've said that, I'm going to go bin it in the first corner, right?
Welcome to iRacing, bro.
Thanks, man. Good luck in the race, everyone.
You too, mate. Good luck, boys. Okay,
well, there we go. We've actually found a friendly person in iRacing. What are the chances of that? So, starting in second, we have a...
Good luck, everybody.
15-minute race.
Up to win the race in the first corner, please.
I like this. I like this crowd, actually.
Strategy.
Okay, here we go. This is a rolling start. First rolling start I've ever done in iRacing, actually, so this is a new experience once again.
Stay behind the safety car in the right lane. Alright, Dan, stay calm, focus, floor it. 15 minutes left. We're right.
Sketchy start. The guy ahead was weaving a little bit, caught me off guard. I wasn't really ready for the green flag. But hey, here we go. Cold tyres, cold brakes, USF2000. This thing does not like to brake at the best of times anyway. It looks like the guy behind me, Aiden Cyan, in the Ferrari livery, has got a few ping issues, shall we say. Looks like the leader's bolted, but I kind of expected that, because he was fast in quali. The guy behind me just looped it. That's them out of contention.
13, you need to chill, dude.
I'm not quite sure what happened, but I just saw death in the mirrors, and when I looked up it was too late. I didn't see the start of it. But hey, that takes the pressure off from behind. It means we've got eyes forward and a nice big gap ahead of us. And one nice big gap behind us, but there is actually a nice big gap ahead of us already, so let's see if we can do something about that. Let's settle down into rhythm now that the car is becoming nice and hot on the brakes and the tyres. And we can actually start to push.
The leader's just done a 54.43 P2. That was a 55.29. Sector 1 is 0.48 off the pace.
So much fun to drive, actually. When I first got into this car, I didn't like it. It was like, oh, no.
Sorry, mate.
When I first got into this car, I was like, oh, I finally realise what everybody means by driving on ice in iRacing. You know, everyone says that the cars are just so floaty, and it's like, yeah, I get it. I finally get it now. After driving the MX-5 for for a few weeks, thinking, oh, this isn't too bad. So then jump into this car, it's like, whoa, this is completely different. But it's just cold brakes and tyres. Once it beds in, it's actually quite enjoyable. But it's really not a car you can push. The brakes are so sketchy. It's very tail happy.
You've just done a 54.70. That's your best lap in this session.
Like, I feel like I'm hardly using the brakes, to be honest with you. I feel like I'm not using anywhere near the maximum travel, and I'm just being so cautious on the brakes. But if I do anything more than that, on initial application, it's going to be a big lockup. And if I do it in the trail braking, it's going to just loop the rear. So it's a very nervous car on the brakes, and then you just got to progressively feed that throttle back in again.
The gap in front is now 2.7.
It really forces you to just slow down your inputs. It's not a car you can kind of thrash around. It's very kind of fingertip driving, very finesse kind of car. And that is actually how I remember it in rFactor 2, but I don't remember being as tail happy as this. I remember being...
That was a 54.72. Sector 2 is 2/10 off the pace.
A lot more... I remember being a lot more stable on corner entry, and I would like to bump the brake bias forward a little bit. But I'm not sure how. I mean, I've got it mapped, but it doesn't seem to do anything. So I don't know if it's actually adjustable. I mean, I didn't even check if this was fixed setup or open setup or not, to be honest. I just kind of jumped in the car and went driving, you know? Maybe I can adjust it. Maybe I should do some more research before I jump in these races. But hey ho, second position. Let's go and hunt him down, if we can. It's a very short lap. And this is a timed race today. Not a lap race.
Your lap time was 55.14. Sector 1 is 0.49 off the pace.
And I'm kind of used to timed races compared to lapped races, you know? Because most of the stuff in Race Room and rFactor 2 is done on time. You know, the Enduros are like 6 hours or 8 hours that I've been doing.
Come in, man. This is great. Okay, Dan. 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left.
And Race Room multiplayer doesn't let you do laps that I'm aware of at the moment. It's always got to be time-based. So this is right up my street, this. I like it when there's a clock ticking down on the top of the screen. Makes me feel at home. Yeah, that guy in the lead, he's really pulling away. I haven't really found the pace, you know? I was much better in practice. I just haven't got into the rhythm into the race yet, so... let's try and find that.
That lap was a 55.26. Sector 2 is 0.47 off the pace.
Very sketchy on the rear then, kind of drifting the back of the car around. That's not what you want to do. Oh, front left locking up as well, which kind of pushes me wide on the apex there.
Gap in front is increasing. It's now 5.2.
Yeah, it's kind of struggling for grip. Maybe the track temperature's gone up compared to practice, but this thing doesn't want to turn in and bite the way it did in the previous few sessions. Really slowing it down in second gear there. I have tried to do it in first, and it just makes the rear of the car too unstable. It's not worth it. For that extra bit of drive that you get out of the car, it's not worth the risk that you're just going to go whoop and loop it, you know? And you can use the apron on the outside though. It doesn't give you...
You've just done a 55.18.
doesn't give you a cut track. It feels like it should, but it doesn't. And if you really, really nail that last corner, then you've got to use it on the exit because you're just carrying the corner speed through.
Behind is now 5.9.
This is turning out to be quite a lonely race so far. Already halfway through. Or nearly halfway through. And yeah, we're in this awkward little bubble in second. I mean, this is perfect for my safety rating. You know, this is perfect for getting license points, but not so great for the viewer. So I do apologise. for not having the most exciting race, but this is what every driver dreams of.
55.20, sector 1
You
is
know.
0.6 off the pace. Okay, Dan, you're halfway home, got plenty of fuel.
You want it to be incident-free, you want it to be trouble-free. You want to be going wheel to wheel with people who are going to potentially take you out of the race and drive like idiots, which
The gap in front has increased to 6.2 seconds.
I've had in the past few races. My previous attempts at Charlotte just, yeah, left a lot to be desired. And I've had a few scruffy MX-5 races as well. So it'd be nice just to get a clean one on the board at 0x, get some more points. But I wonder how this is going to affect my iRating, because like I said in the intro, this is iRacing putting the pressure on, because it says that I'm car number 1 in the field based on my iRating. So I really need to
Your last lap time was at 55.10. Lap times are pretty consistent.
So I really need to be beating the guy ahead of me. But there is some traffic here, so you never know. Maybe traffic's gonna come into effect here. It's a very short lap here, less than a minute. Shades of Bahrain 2020. Take 2, that is, not the first one. You need a hell of a car to get around the full Bahrain circuit in less than a minute. But speaking of hella cars, this does feel like a very big step up from anything I've driven in iRacing so far. I mean, obviously because it's the most powerful, most aerodynamic car I've driven
There's a car exiting the pits, heads up.
in iRacing so far.
Your lap time was at 54.84. Sector 1 is 3.1 seconds off the pace.
On your left, clear left. Car left, clear left. Right side, clear to the right.
That was a bit sketchy. Thanks, guys. But we got through in one piece, and we've got Mr. Ferrari up ahead of us. The Pinger, who got involved in the accident on lap 2, I believe it was, and he lets us through. Cheers, mate.
5 minutes to go, you're looking good for a podium.
So, 2/3 of the way through the race now.
That was at 56.35.
Lost a bit of time through the traffic there, but so did the guy ahead. It's kind of status quo, really. Let's try and get our head down and... Well, I don't think he's going to make a mistake, but it would be nice to be close enough in case he does.
The gap in front has increased, it's now about 8.0 seconds.
Something I've learned from doing a lot of races, and a lot of sim racing, is that it's never over. People who watched my Wednesday Race Room Ranked Endurance will know that. Having victory still and away from me on the last lap. Through my own fault, of course. If you don't know what I'm on about, I'll put a link on top of the screen to that video right now. But it's never over till it's over, basically. So I'm going to really get my head down for these next couple of laps. Let you guys enjoy the audio. So, headphones on, volume up.
That lap was at 55.51.
That's a lap of Tsukuba. Probably butchered the pronunciation, but you know what I mean.
The lap time was at 55.11.
And I got really confused at first, because I didn't think my SimHub overlays were working properly, specifically the track map. Because it loaded the default, and I was like, come on SimHub, register the track please. Little did I know, the default track that SimHub uses for the track overlay is Tsukuba. So that was a fun fact that I learned. I always wondered what that circuit was, and now I know. Now these guys are having a bit of a battle up ahead of us. For 10th and 11th it looks like.
The gap in front has increased to 9.4.
We're never going to catch the leader anyway. But these guys don't strictly have to let us past, I don't think. Let me pass, that is. But it would be nice. Because we are getting held up a little bit, and I don't want to get...
That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes.
Pushed into the cars behind. And I don't want to get caught up in their accident either. Because that'd be one very sad way to end this race. They look like they're driving pretty clean so far, but I'm going to have to do some kind of miraculous double overtake. It's making me nervous. Just like that. Thankfully it was a 0x.
Still there.
Don't! What are you doing?
Still there. Clear left.
Jared?
Right side. Clear to the right.
Why is he unlapping himself? It's making me so nervous. This is not something that I need at this point of the race.
Thank you. No worries, bro.
So we've got 27 seconds left, so we'll have one more lap after this. Whew.
Press the shift button at the same time. When like...
I don't have to get past him, being as the guy behind has now kind of just dropped back a bit, so that's good.
Okay, Dan, one more to go.
It's good that these two aren't fighting now.
That lap was a 56.00.
And I wasn't in contention anyway, so nothing lost. Just think of the rating, Dan. Think of the iRating, think of the safety rating. That's what you're here for. You're here to get a good result. So, no heroics into sender vote, please. I'd rather just hold the position and bring it home safe with a 0x and try and force the move on this guy ahead of us. I could quite easily get him on pace, but just not worth the risk. And across the line.
Great drive, that's a podium.
Woo! Kind of forgot the fact I was in second place then. That was a pretty uneventful result, pretty unspectacular race, if I'm being honest. I hope you did enjoy it. I hope it wasn't too boring. It was unnecessarily spicy at the end there, I will say that. I'm trying to think of things that I could put on the replay. But there's not really much that happened. Yeah, there's no incidents. There's no epic overtakes. There's nothing really.
Good racing, guys. That was fun.
Yeah, good race, nice and clean.
Always nice to have a clean race. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thanks everyone.
Actually, no, tell a lie, guys. I have thought of something. The race start. Let's have a look at that again. Was that guy weaving unnecessarily ahead of me? I was trying to stay out of that, but let's see if it looks as bad as I remember it. So let's have a look here. So coming around the last corner, I'm holding my line. He's weaving all over the place. And does he accelerate early? He accelerates now. I think he accelerated slightly before the green. I mean, it's hard to say because you can't really see when the green light comes on in the replay overlay. So I don't know. But it was a bit sketchy on the start there. I would have preferred it if he wasn't weaving around as much. You're not going to get too much heat in the tyres from doing that. But let's have a look at this though. I want to see what happened in the mirror behind me coming onto lap 2. Oh! Okay, so immediately, Mr. Ferrari in 4th is a bit blinky. His connection's not great, and then he just steams in And there goes his front tyre. Oh! Oh, poor driving from the 13 there. As the guy said in the voice comms, he needs to chill. So that explains what that's about, but really that is about as exciting as the race got from my perspective at least. I'm not going to replay the traffic because there wasn't anything major that happened there, but at least that clears up a little bit of the carnage behind me. So let's have a look at the results then, shall we? Only one split. Not as much participation in the USF2000 series compared to, say, the Skippies or the MX-5s. So everybody who signed up for this race was in this race. Everyone was in the one split. So quite a spread on the lap times here. But as you can see, started in second, finished second. I was the #1 car. So it wasn't quite what iRacing had in mind for me. But look at this. Plus 0.21 safety rating, so that is excellent. That is another step in the right direction. And another 52 on my I rating, which gets me up to 1770, so definitely moving in the right direction. And most importantly, 0 incidents. Exactly what I was after. So, yeah, that's about it. And I've just realised I've forgotten to change the sign in the background. Oh, I referred to the Skippy as the USF2000 in my previous race, and now I'm actually driving the USF2000. The sign behind me says Skippies, so pro YouTuber moves right there. But I hope you enjoyed the video, regardless of the incorrect signage in the background. If you guys did, don't forget to leave it a like and share your thoughts in the comments. There's not really much to say, but if you have anything, I'd like to hear it. And if you want to see more of this, then maybe subscribe to the channel, because I will be doing more USF2000s, but I'll also be doing more Skippies and more MX-5s, so if you like that, if you want to see that, along with all my race room and rFactor 2 stuff and ACC and just sim racing in general, then yeah, subscribe. Anyway, thanks again guys, look after yourselves, and I'll see you real soon.